is up, YouTube? I'm your friend, the neighborhood, and man64, bringing you the next episode of Pokémon XD Gale of Darkness as part of the Year of the Pokémon. In the last episode, we encountered a few Shadow Pokémon, primarily a Magmar and a Pinsir, both of whom we caught very successfully, I might add. Which means the only two hiccups we've had in this entire LP are that Growlithe that we now have, and is ready to be purified, and Lavrina's Farfetch'd, which, the less we say about that, the better. We're still a long ways away from getting all of them and purifying them, so may as well make ourselves a little bit tougher in the process, because we do need to get some levels for our girls. Our girls are a little far behind in terms of how much we've used them. And naturally, they bring out, like, the one frickin' Pokemon that neither of them can do anything against. So, alright. I guess Surf should do decent damage to Fortress. We'll go Psychic on Weezing and Surf on Fortress. Well, on two Pokemon. Fucking course brings out the one Pokemon I'd need frickin' Pyro for. Oh, whatever. I'm not shocked. I'm just disappointed. And, not too bad on Wobbuffet. And Rapid Spin. Probably to get rid of Leech Seed, but, funny story about that. That didn't mean anything. Alright, and Wobbuffet is 100% dead. Which means no counters or Mirror Coats here. Or Destiny Bonds, for that matter. Nothing from you, Wobbuffet. I don't believe anybody on this particular route has Shadow Pokemon, so these fights are entirely optional if you just want to get a little bit of extra experience. But as I've said, I think my team does need a little bit of extra juice behind them, so I am going to go for it. I never like it when my dad has that laugh in the other room. It's like an evil villain laugh. Alright, Psychic and Surf should do enough. Actually, Skarmory should probably still be alive, but... maybe not, now that Surf's not going to be hitting two targets. Full power Surf from a Pokemon that's like 10 levels higher than that Skarmory should actually take it out. Nice. Very nice. Screw Skarmory. Even though I just used one in the Flying type challenge. But yeah, I think I'm going to let Skulker get up to level 50 and then take the XP share from him. Or, you know, I'm thinking maybe like 48 or something. It's going to be level 47 soon, so... I think once it gets level 48, then I think I'll just take the XP share off and let everybody else get their levels more naturally. Ooh, hello. A Peepee up. Okay. I need more than that for one, but okay, I'll take it. Whoa, you're making a huge mistake. You think you can make it past me without incident. Dude. Why is just some random guy here? He is just Guy. He is just Guy, and I don't know why. Alright. Well, I know what to do here. Giga Drain Azumarill. Ice Beam Pelipper. Did not kill Azumarill, not surprising. Which means this Ice Beam won't kill Pelipper. Even though it should. It did, okay, cool, I was about to say. I would not be shocked if it didn't, because, I mean, have you met me at any point? I've been doing these videos on YouTube. My bad luck is my middle name. So double edge. At least you targeted the right Pokemon there. I'd have been very upset if you didn't if you targeted the wrong Pokemon. Actually, wait a minute. No. Psychic Ariados and Hidden Power Azumarill. There you go. I'm thinking here. If he has another water type, though, then we use Giga Drain on that to replenish our HP. Because so far, I have not needed to use that many items. Ooh, Octillery, perfect. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Alright, and Quillfish. First things first, Giga Drain, Octillery, and Hidden Power Quillfish. Ooh, nice! Replenish that HP! Hidden Power that Quillfish. It won't die, but hey, did a chunk. All one can usually ask for is a chunk. So Ice is literally the only special attack stat that frickin' Shelly can resist. Alright, Psychic on Quillfish and Hidden Power Octillery. There we go. Make this fight go snappy. Snappy, 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 snappy. This guy doesn't even get a Cipher team frickin' music. He's just a normal battle music. By this point in the game, you shouldn't even be hearing this shit anymore. Whatever. We lost! No shit, Sherlock. I was the one who made a huge mistake. Damn right you were. I know what you're after, so I'm not going to let you pass. I just want to see what's in the box, Jargo Fett. Go away. Delibird and Grumpig. I am disappointed in your team selection skills. Not shocked, but I am disappointed. Alright. Silverwind, Grumpig, and then surf my way to victory. I was trying to make a random-ass reference to the gift certificate joke from Coded. I have to do that soon, too. I think this is going to be another week I put Kingdom Hearts on the back burner a bit. I still have... I think it's like 2 full weeks of footage and then 2 days, so I don't have to worry too much about getting that out immediately. But if I do have time on Monday, I'm going to record that. Tomorrow is Throwback Thursday stuff. Sunday is After Dark with maybe a little bit more. Maybe I could squeeze the stuff in for that. Giga Drain Relicanth and... fuck it, Surf. Don't care. Don't care. It's not like Relicanth is freaking water absorb for an ability. Replenish Iris's HP. That's the important job. Maybe I could do 2 Throwback Thursdays this weekend. I'm trying to think. One of them would have to be Star Fox then. And the other one would probably end up having to be, Stupid Sluggers. Alright, so let's see. Are you smart on who you target? Well, you're smart-ish. I was honestly expecting it to attack frickin' Venomoth with that shit. Let's go Psychic on Swalot and Hidden Power on that Golduck. It won't kill the Golduck, but hey, it can do damage. Still no level up from Skulker yet. Curious. Alright, and Water Pulse. Okay, you do not resist water at all, do you, Chief? Alright, so Giga Drain that Quagsire, and Hidden Power that Golduck. There you go, Iris. That's my girl. There you go. Alright, no more XP share for Skulker for a bit. We might actually have to have him do some fighting, though. We haven't seen him yet in this recording session. We've seen everybody else. Not him. Stupid Jargo. Getting in my way. At least he give me some money. Alright, what do we get? Our troubles get us an elixir. Okay, not bad. Alright, Skulker. Buddy, you don't need that. Alright, so Shelly can take 5. We've gotten some love from her. We're gonna let Iris stick it out for a little bit longer. So I'm trying to remember who... Well, actually, I should bring out, You know what, we'll hold off on Well, let Skulker play in the next episode, because I'm 90% sure we've got some fire types coming up that we have to fight. And I'd rather not just throw my poor Venomoth out there completely by herself. Alright, so now we should have 2 Shadow Pokemon up here. I don't remember if this trainer has one or that one of them has 2. Alright, Camerupt and Weezing. Well, now our guy should be getting levels up like candy. Alright, so easy strategy for this first turn. Psychic on Weezing, Surf to take out Camerupt, then whatever the hell he throws out next. I just really hope it's not the first Shadow Pokemon if he has one. There are 2 Shadow Pokemon that we're going to be expecting here. Thank God he didn't. One of them was... It is not Muck. Let's just say it is not Muck. Alright, so Camerupt is dead. Good job. Good job. Camerupt is a nuisance to society. We did good. Well, look at all that experience we're getting now. Hell yeah. Alright, Rapidash. Alright, Rapidash is a Shadow Pokemon. High attack, high speed, and I wouldn't put it on the same level that I would put that Magmar, but I would definitely say it is up there, at least, in terms of usability. My one question about Rapidash is the exclusive move that they gave it in this game is Baton Pass. But, like, the only moves I think it can pass along with via Baton Pass are Agility, Double Team, and Substitute. So, like, what's even the goddamn point? What is even the goddamn point? Alright, what is Muck gonna do? Flames... Oh, that could be a problem. Oh. You know what? Keep targeting Shelly. I don't care. Shelly is here to wall, basically. So, let's go Psychic to take out Muck. And since Rapidash is barely alive, I imagine an Ultra Ball will do the trick here. Hopefully. Keyword is hopefully. I just don't understand why they give it Baton Pass. I guess because you may want to turn it into a support Pokemon, but again, it doesn't have the other support moves, so it's like, why even bother? Oh well. Speaking of why even bother, Magcargo's a Shadow Pokemon. Incredibly slow, but hits decently hard with with Rock and Fire attacks. But, like, it's so goddamn slow. Like, what's the point of even attempting to make this thing work on your team? Alright, so I'm definitely not surfing here. Let's try Hidden Power. Hidden Power should only do neutral damage, so... Oh, I gotta sneeze. Fight it off, Endman. Fight it off. Fight it off. I believe in you. One of the only really good uses for the Slugma line in general in Pokemon games is Flame Body, which, in case you couldn't tell, is an ability where it can pretty much decrease this. It increases the odds of burning an opponent, but also decreases the amount of time eggs need to hatch considerably. So having one of these in your party with Flame Body is definitely a winning strategy in those regards. But frankly, if I'm picking a fire type in this game, Magcargo's probably near the bottom of the list. Like I said, I would honestly pick Vulpix or Numel or Houndour or any of the fire types we've seen so far over it, but what the hell do I know? I'm just some guy. Alright. Since we just caught these two, I don't think this chick has any Shadow Pokemon on her. So this should just be a quick, easy beat down. Alright, so I'm thinking Surf, and I'm thinking Silver Wind. Silver Wind and Surf. Quick Attack? Really? Really? Of all the moves you could have used there with your Ninetales? Quick Attack? Whatever. Do I get the Snap Buff? Nope, okay. I do get a lot of experience, though. Torkoal! Torkoal, Torkoal, Torkoal! Well, I could do Poke Park. Actually, no, I can't, because I have to bring out my Wii U for that. I don't have the original game. I have Poke Park 2 on disc. I have Poke Park 1 as a virtual console game on my Wii U. Mantine. Probably has Water Absorb for an ability. So let's go with Psychic on Ninetales and Ice Beam on Mantine. Let's get Ninetales out of here. There you go. Just get Ninetales out of here. Just get it out of here. Alright, Tropius. Should use Ice Beam on that next turn. Let's see how much damage this does to Mantine. Ooh. Ooh. Doesn't even have wings. And you didn't even attack the right Pokemon. Good lord. I'm legitimately trying to give you a run, expect a challenge, and these guys, oh, I'm gonna use Wing Attack on the thing that shield is like 500 miles wide or something. I don't freaking know. Just kill Tropius, Shelly. That's my girl. That's my girl. Get rid of this ugly looking dinosaur. Actually, he's a cute dinosaur. I can't deny. Tropius is adorable. What the hell was up with Venomoth's freaking wing there? Looked like it was freaking burning. Look at that. Why is its wing like red? I don't know. But what I do know is Mantine is probably dead. Alright, level 46 for Iris. She's doing good for herself. Alright, so Shelly is now level 48. She's done her part. So we gotta bring another guy in to help her out here. Let's go with Boo, actually. I usually end the episode around this point, but I know we have 2 more Shadow Pokemon fights coming up, and I'd rather get more Shadow Pokemon than I would worry about something else. Alright, we have Carbon and Petro. Together we bring the Power Double Explosion attack. Each of these guys has a Shadow Pokemon, so you'll want to battle them carefully. It is not Medicham, and it is not Golem, if you're getting your hopes up. Alright, so we're going to go Fake Out on Medicham, and then Giga Drain on Golem. Just get it out of here. There you go. Look at that HP buff. Look at that HP buff. There you go. Get rid of Golem. Get rid of Golem. It is a nuisance to society. Hey, look. Another nuisance to society. Who's the bigger threat here? Probably Xatu. Belly Drum? Let's go Belly Drum. See what Silverwind does. Stat buff? Nope. Why didn't they give Xatu freaking Psychic? Good lord. It's so bad. Alright. Let's go Silverwind on Xatu and Brick Break on Medicham. Ooh, close. Oh, it does know Psychic. I'm proud of you. And you targeted the right Pokemon. Good. I am impressed. Sorry, Boo, but I am legitimately impressed. You know, let's go Skulker. Why not? Skulker, here's your time to shine. Alright, so Calm Mind doesn't really help. You, at least. Silverwind... No PP left, okay. Psychic or Giga Drain? I'm low on PP on all my moves, Iris. I'm sorry, girl. That's what happens when you don't heal, kids. Alright, Hitmonchan. That is the Shadow Pokemon. Hitmontop was the Shadow Pokemon in Colosseum. Now it is Hitmonchan. If I had to choose usability between Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan does not get the better access to moves like Iron Fist and the elemental punches or special attacks, so obviously Hitmonchan is not as good as it can be in the later gens, but in this particular game, it's just not that useful. Let's go Sleep Powder, and we will go Curse. So we can prevent this goddamn disease from causing problems. And Curse will guarantee that Hitmonchan starts losing HP quickly, which means it'll be easier to catch. Alright. So actually, now would probably be a good time to use an elixir to replenish Iris's moveset. And probably a revive to get Boo back into the fight. Alright. Well, and next up, Ultra Ball. And we will use an item to do a Hyper Potion to make sure Boo's ready for round 2. Alright, so let's see if we can snag Hitmonchan. So far, we have had great success snagging. Of course, you don't want to jinx yourself, but still. Alright, Cipher Peon Carbon is down. Now all that leaves is his brother. You'll learn that I have incredible power, even by myself. As you would imagine, Petro Shadow Pokémon is going to be Hitmonlee when we get to it. And another thing I'd like to point out at this point, these last Pokemon, Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, are probably the last Pokemon you can realistically use in this game without, like, for the final fights that are coming up. These are realistically the last few Shadow Pokemon you can have on your team, purify them, and have them ready to fight with you. There's just nothing really else going forward that'll help us. Especially, like, some Pokemon later on that you can't even get them at full power until after you've purified them. Alright, decent chunk of damage both ways. Is it a lot to Boo? Okay. Alright, Metang. Let's go Silver Wind on Metang, and we will go Brick Break also on Metang. Obviously, Skarmory is the bigger threat, but at the moment, I'd rather just knock a Pokemon aside if I can. Fury Attack? Really? Even if you got 5 damage on, that's freaking stupid. Alright, whatever. Alright, so let's go Giga Drain on Metang and Brick Break on Skarmory. Yeah, anything beyond this point becomes really hard to be able to use properly. Purified and all that jazz on your team. Of course, you may be sitting there going, well, I don't want to use a purified Pokemon. Maybe I want to use something else. It's like, I mean, that's fair. It's totally fair, but just understand that, like I said, you're probably going to be enduring some pretty rough times at that point then. Alright, so Psychic and Brick Break. I don't think Psychic will take Boo out right in one shot, because it's got a lot of HP, but hey, at least I can break down this Skarmory a bit more. So Steel Wing, and it Missed. And Hariyama Vital Throw. And you used it on the right Pokemon, and it did a lot of damage. Okay. Alright. Fortunately, both these guys are done. So that'll pretty much leave Hitmonlee on its own. We do have to go heal, though, after this. We're a little worn out move-wise, you know? Alright, Hitmonlee, Shadow Pokemon. Limber for an ability, so you cannot paralyze it. This is why I have both Sleep Powder and Thunder Wave on this team. Strategy, guys. You can't go into these fights without a strategy. Alright, so let's try to put Hitmonlee to sleep immediately. And I guess we can heal? I'm trying to think, like, there really isn't anything else I can have Boo do right now. I just need Sleep Powder to hit. And then I can chip damage it away with Giga Drains. Alright, so Giga Drain and Call. Oh my god, I have an itch in the inside of my ear. Why does this always happen? I have an itch on the inside of my ear when I'm in the middle of freaking recording. I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. Okay. Just, let's not think about it, guys. Let's not think about it. Okay. Giga Drain and Call. This is where I kind of wish I had Flareon out instead of Boo, but we'll have to do. Boo will have to do. Alright, so that should be enough, and we should start trying to lob balls at it. And Hitmonlee woke up, and that is a problem. That is a problem. Shadow Half cuts your opponent, cuts all Pokemon's HP in half. It helps if you are trying to catch Pokemon, but if you have something like poison or something on a Pokemon, that could be absolutely catastrophic on them. So, frankly, I just would play it safe and not even bother. I would not even bother. Alright. Let's get this thing in a ball, and we call it a frickin' episode. Hopefully. I do not want this thing to get another Shadow Half off, because that is going to be one of the moves that's going to be really hard to deal with going forward. It's not the most busted Shadow move in the game, but it is one of the most frustrating. The most busted is Shadow End, which, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, it basically almost guarantees a knockout of one of your Pokemon, but also does a ton of recoil damage. And funnily enough, I think the same Pokemon knows both Shadow End and Shadow frickin' Half. And it is a nightmare of a Pokemon to catch, so I am looking forward to catching it. Whoa! Deal with it, dude. Deal with it, deal with it, deal with it, deal with it. Alright, the next elevator is open for us, and this episode has come to an end. So thank you guys for joining me. I'm your friendly neighborhood Endman64. I will see you guys next time. Until we meet again, my lovely, sayonara.